Okay, guys. So here is it, Supernova and Wolf FX. But we'll be starting with Supernova, guys. So if you do not know how to get into Supernova, just come to jifulive.com and your scanner and Supernova. One way or the other, just find yourself into Supernova, right? Now, what's this strategy, guys? This is it. We are going to be working with this 238 line. It's very, very easy, very, very simple. Guys, you don't have to complicate things for yourself. It is very, very simple. Um, I mean, we had a training regarding a particular strategy, but this is quite different and very similar, though. But yeah, what we just have to look out for is this 238 line. This 238 line is very, very essential. So, what are you going to be looking out for? You're going to be looking out for a star either below or above the 238 line. A star either below or above the 238 line, plus it must be very close to the 238 line. This yellow line is the 238 line. These are the EMAs. So it has to be very close to this line. It has to be very close to this line. This EM is like they're the same EMAs that was used in the Q shot, in case you don't know that. So it has to be very close to this yellow line. Guys, I hope you're paying attention. Now look at this. This is a little bit far. This is just far, it's not close enough. Now let's back test and look for the ones that are close enough. Now let's talk about the rules first thing first. First thing first before we find a strategy. Something like this, you can't trade this because it is below, it appeared below the yellow line. It has to be above the yellow line for a buy, and it has to be below the yellow line for a sell. Now look at this from here. Hold on. This is the line, this is the star, and this is the line. Can you see that it is not far? It's close enough. This is what you always want to look out for. Again, guys, this is what you always want to look out for. It has to be very close to the line or on top of the line. There are some stars that appears right on top of the line or very, very, very close to the line. So if this was a red star, and then the next thing that you want to see is a red candle. After the star, you want to see a red candle. The next candle you want to see is the next candle. So this is not a perfect example. Let's look for a perfect example. This happened above of it. So if this was below of this line, it would have been a nice one. You will find something like this below this 238 line. As you can see from here, so this place is not really far. So if we have something like that here, let's see, 12.3, 12.3. If we had the star around somewhere here, the next candle you want to watch out for is the red candle, and then you take your entry right after the next candle. Guys, do not forget this is 1 minute. Find your way into Supernova. The default, look at it. Let me get out of Supernova and get back into Supernova. It gives, look at Sniper Pro. The default time frame is 15 minutes. It went straight into 15 minutes. Now look at Supernova. It will go straight into 1 minute. Can you see? You don't have to change it. Just use it. It's a scalp strategy. Okay. You just want to do a 1 to 2, 1 to 2, at least a 1 to 2. Now let's go look for a perfect example. Perfect example so you understand what I'm saying. Um, yeah, I think this is a perfect example. As you can see, it's not really far from the 238 line. Something like this. It's not really far in it. 17.6. Now, if we find something like this, it is below the yellow line. Don't forget, it has to be below for a sell and it has to be above for a buy. This is the first step. You find a red star below this yellow line, and the next candle that appears after this star is a red candle. Now you have to come here, guys. You can't run away from this position too. You have to know how to use it. You don't know how to use it, you have to learn how to use it. For a short is you use a short position for a sell and a long position for a buy. So we are doing a short example right now. So let me take this away. this is a red star again, guys. The next candle is a red candle. After this red candle, the next minute you have to wait for 60 seconds. Remember, this is the 1 minute time frame. It takes, so right after that one is closed, you are following. I'm really excited about this strategy, trust me. Okay, let's do that again. Let's do that again. Let's look for that position again. Okay, it's here. 1 to 2. What does this 1 to 2 means? It means if you have a $50 account and you're willing to risk $20 or $10 per trade positions. Guys, you can't hear me? Really? Oh, oh really? How about now? Can you guys hear me now? Guys, if you can hear me, let me know. All right, perfect. Okay, let me just say that again. Now, first thing first, you have to make sure that a red star is appearing below your 238 candle. Sorry, your 238 line, this yellow line. It is appearing below this line and it has to be very close to this line. If possible, I mean, right on top of this line. If you find one that is right up top of this line, that's like a perfect entry for you. You don't have to be scared. You don't have to think twice. You don't have to wait just 60 seconds. Wait for the next candle to appear. All right. Once you see the red candle appear and it is red, you are good to go. Trust me, you are good to go. And then make sure to always use your stop loss. Your stop loss is going to be right above of your star, and then your entry is going to be right after the next red candle after the star. Does that make sense, guys? And then you target your 1 to 2. What does 1 to 2 mean? It means if you have a $50 account, yeah, I'm coming this low because yeah, you can grow your account with this. Now you can just do your calculation if you have 100, 200, 500, $1,000 account. Yeah. Now let's say you have a $50 account. You're advised to, you know, not go more than 0.02. I mean, you can always make use of your lot size draft as well. This is my lot size draft. Hold on. This is it. If you have 50 to $90 accounts, do not open beyond 0.01. Right? Do not open beyond 0.01. Now let's say you have a $200 account, yeah, and you want to open two positions. Let's go back. Guys, you need to have this. This is like your guide. This should be your guide. Now let's go ahead. Right after this star, a red candle appears for a sale, and then you enter right after that candle, and then you put your stop loss right above the star. I'm not saying right above the candle, it has to be above the star, a little bit above the star. As you can see, this came right to that candle area. Yeah, it has to be right above the star, and then let it run. Don't worry, you have a stop loss already. You're just losing one, and you're trying to get two of what you're risking. All right, and this is it. Risk to reward. You have to know how to use these two to calculate your stop loss and your TP. Now, if you do this, your stop loss level is here 441.4, and then 44398.2 is your TP. Just impute this and paste it in your MetaTrader 4 or 5, and that is all. That is all, guys. You can find this type of trade 5 times in 4 hours. Yeah, it is that amazing. You just have to be active. Now, if you open two positions, you can make sure you're getting your profit out. Don't change this for the first position. Make sure you're getting your 1 to 2 out, and then for the second position, you can let it run until you find a green star appear. Okay, this is a green star. I mean, the star must have appeared before this blue candle. The star must have appeared somewhere around here, and then the market just keep going down, and the star also just keep going down until it stops going down, and then the next candle, which is bullish candle, appears. So you want to immediately you see the star just up out, and then you end up doing maybe 1 to 7 in some cases. But remember that 1 to 2, your first position, you have to take it out to secure it back. Yeah, we're supposed to get like a candle here. Sorry, a star here. So if you see something like this again, something like this, there's a little bit of break. Not like this. This one, we have a break with a body and another bullish candle before the red star. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do this. This is manipulative. So, but if you see something like this, it didn't really break out with a body and then it closed like this. If there was a star here, I'll just wait for another red candle like this and then take my tool. Immediately, I'll first go to my meta trader and then punch in a sell and probably put my stop loss above that star and then do a 1 to 2. This 1 to 6, this 1 to 1.6. I'll just do a 1 to 2 and then out of the trade. And then second position, I might just wait for it to run until I find a green star. And then a green star just popped up below here. Guys, this is I don't like to say very simple, right? So again, the star would not just appear here. It must have appeared somewhere around here to just keep pushing it down until it stop going down. As soon as you get a green star up out of the trade. Now let's look for another one. Let's look for another one. Another one. Guys, I hope everyone is here. I hope everyone anyways is recorded, so you can always come back to uh, guys. Let's look for another one. You can use this for any pair. You can use this for any pair, but it has to be on good volume. Let's look for another one. We already did like okay. Now look at this. It's not too far yet, is it? It's not too far. Now short position. I found it here, and then next red candle. Let's say I'm entering right after this, and my stop loss right above of this star. This is exactly what you want to always look out for, guys. Stop loss right above this star, and I'm doing a 1 to 2, 1 to 2. Oh, this didn't get to 1 to 2 before a red star appear. Once I see a red star, I want to disappear. Let's see. Okay, look at this. Okay, this appeared here, but I didn't get a red candle next, so I don't want to jump on this. So I'm just going to look for another one. Oh, this is perfect, guys. You can see. Remember what I said about if you get it right on the yellow star. Look at this, right on the yellow line. I mean to say, you want to take your short positions after the red candle. You open and put your stop loss. Guys, don't worry. You have a stop loss. You have a stop loss. You don't have to be scared. You have a stop loss. And I'm going to teach you how to, maximum. This is 1 to 2. This is 1 to 2, and you're out of the trade. For first position, you can open 2 positions if you have a reasonable account size. You can open a 2 positions. I mean, if you have a bigger account size, I mean to say, and then just make sure you're taking the first position out, and then for the second position, you want to break even once the other position has gotten to your take profit. You want to break even, you want to shift your stop loss into entry. That is how you don't get into loss. You want to break even first and then allow it to run until you find a green star. Again, you would not just find a green star here. Green star must have appeared somewhere around here. Then it's just keep pushing it down a little bit until you stop moving to the downside. And then for the second position, you end up doing 1 to 12. Let's look for another one. I hope we see like a buy. I hope we see like a buy. Okay, perfect. This is a buy. This is a buy. As you can see, it is not very far. And then here comes a blue candle, a bullish candle. What are we going to be doing here? We are going to be using our long position. Right after that next blue candle, we put our stop loss right below the star, and then target 1 to what, guys? Guys, what are we targeting? 1 to 2. It has to be 1 to 2. Yeah, it has to be on 1 minute time frame. I mean, not necessarily 1 minute time frame, but I mean, this works on 1 minute time frame. You can easily get your 1 to 2 on 1 minute time frame compared to 5 minutes. 5 minutes can, just try to back this. But we have done this on 1 minute and it's really making sense. So 1 to 2 for first position, and for the second position, make sure to break even as both positions must have gotten to this 1 to 2. You take one position must have been taken out on TP, and then you want to break even, that is adjusting your stop loss here and then allowing this run until you find a red star. Oh, I was supposed to ask, I was not supposed to say that, sorry. I was supposed to ask just to see if you guys are following. Okay, all right. But again, the red star will not just appear here. It must have appeared somewhere around here, and then market will just keep going up until we find a red candle, and then it will stop pushing to the upside, and then and then you end up doing 1 to what? 1 to 7, I guess. Let's see. Uh, okay, I already moved it. Okay, let's just leave that. Let's look for that. Um, guys, do you understand this? Now look at this. This is right on top our yellow line, and then you want to come here, look for your short position. Immediately after the red candle, you are jumping in. You don't have to wait. It's just 60 seconds, guys. In 60 seconds that candle will close. You want to jump in for a sell, instant execution, and then target a 1 to 2. First thing first, 1 to 2. 1 to 2 is here, and you're out of the trade. If you were risking $10 and you're opening two positions, that's $20. The first position will give you $20. I mean, both positions will be running 2020. First position would close out on $20, and you break even on the second position. I mean, you've secured $20 already, and then you break even for the next position, and then you let it run until you find a green star. Once again, a green star must have appeared here before before finally stop moving to the downside. And then if you watch closely over here, this would come to hit your break even. Look at it. This one will come to hit your break even, and which is very, very okay. The person now wants it already. But if you're the type that wants to always let it run, it will never get to your SL if it was here, and then you just let it run. But it is very, very advisable that you break even. It's better to get out of break even than then get out on loss. But at the end of the day, even if you get out on loss on the second position, it will just be like for both trades you did 1 to 1, because the first one already took you out on 1 to 2. You know, do you understand, guys? Um, let's see one more position. Let's see, is this close enough? I think it's okay. Look at this. long blue candle. You don't want to enter here. It's funny, anyways. You don't want to enter here after this blue candle, and your stop loss is over here. And your stop loss is over here. That's long. That's too large. It's too large for my liking. And you see a red candle. You don't want to do that. So you just want to pay attention, guy. This is really, really amazing. And then if you want to marry with Wolf FX, I wish there was a red candle here. Sorry, a green candle, I meant to say. Look at this. Guys, would you have entered this trade? Would you have entered this trade, and why? Guys, would you have entered this trade, and why? Okay, someone said we should use BTC for an example. Very good. We're going to be using BTC. So you shouldn't enter such trade because it is above your yellow line already. So if it was right below it, yeah, it would have been a good one. It would have been a good one. So let's look at BTC because BTC is currently active for real. Yes, because that was above the 230 line, so it won't make any sense. Look at this. This would have been a cool one because I mean it never closed below this with a body. It never closed below this with a body, and then we just had it here. Boom. And the next one was a bullish candle. So what are we going to do, guys? You must learn how to use this tool. Long position, I mean to say long position here, and then your stop loss right below this, and then do a 1 to 2, do a 1 to 2, do a 1 to 2, and then you're good. Now look at this, interesting. Another one, guys. Just BTC is currently active. Just stay on BTC probably over the night or something, and back test this, or test run is rather right below this, and do a 1 to 2, do a 1 to 2. Just go ahead and keep doing it, keep doing it. We all want to make money, isn't it? We all want to make money. This is quite below. Let's look for a sell. If you can get a sell, we can get a sell. Oh, one BTC 1 minute candle is really, really not clear. Let's check 5 minutes. We might get something on 5 minutes. This doesn't happen every time, guys, but once you see it, you want to capitalize on it. Once you find it, you want to capitalize on it. Something like this, it never closed below it with a body, and as you can see, it's a green. Sorry, yeah, a green star, not a red. It's a green star, and what you want to look out for, the next candle has to be blue or green as well. Just bullish candle, but this was never a bullish candle, so I wouldn't have entered this. Yeah, I wouldn't have done this because it's not really confirming it. I mean, the rule has to be the rule. The rule has to be the rule. Look at this also. The next candle wasn't a bullish candle, so I wouldn't have jumped on that as well. Let's look for another one, guys. This is confusing. Let's search for one last one, and then we'll go to Wolf FX. We try to marry those things together. Now let's say we have something like this. We have something like this. This is perfect. Right on the line. Right on the line. Right on the line. Not never a green candle. Never a red star. A green star. What do we do? We have to come here, guys. What position tools are we going to use if we must calculate our buy here? What position tools are we going to use? Long or short, guys? Put it in the chat box. Okay, long. Perfect. We are going to put it right after that green candle, and then our stop loss is going to be right below the star. I am not saying right below this candle, right below this star, and then you target a 1 to 2. Easy. For your second position, you can run it up until you find a red star here, and you end up doing 1 to 8. Okay. I'm trying to get a this is it. This is another one. Oh, this closed below it. I'm trying to get like a sell setup. Okay, perfect. This is a sell. It happened right below it. We get a red star. We are going to the short positions right after that candle, and then stop loss is going to be right above the star, and then I target a 1 to 2. 1 to 2. It is that simple. 1 to 2. 1 to 2. It's that simple, guys. And if you are the type that don't like to, do too much, once you have gotten 1 to 2 for both positions, get out. There is nothing you want to, look for again in the markets. Now look at this. It's very, very close, right? Our short positions right after that candle. It is just 60 seconds. All you just need to do is wait for 60 seconds, and then you do a 1 to 2. This is 1 to 2. Guys, have you seen any backtesting they are doing that is not correct here or is not aligning? 1 to 2. It is that. I keep saying it's that simple. You see, and the next position you can just let it run until you find a green star. A green star is your deal breaker. Oh, I think it's time to leave the market. As soon as it appeared, it did not just appear here. It must have appeared somewhere around here, and then the markets just keep pushing it to the downside until it stop going to the downside, and it will stop going to the downside immediately. This pop out here, so you want to just exit as soon as you find it. All right, and then you end up doing a 1 to 17 for your second position. Does that make sense, guys? Now let's see how we can marry Wolf FX and Supernova. Now let us see where this particular market is. We have to use our time zone. Oh, I think it is going to update again. Where's my time zone? Where's my time zone? It's going to clear off. Guys, I hope this is making sense to you. Yes, the stars indicate the buy and sell plus the 238 line. Look at this. This is right. This might be a little bit confusing to you because it is right on top the line. You're not seeing a proper break to the downside. But let's say you want to enter it, you find this, you waited for your 60 seconds, and then you find this bullish candle appear. You want to do a long position here, and then your stop loss below the star, and then your 1 to 2. If you had $1,000, you want to risk $100, you just quickly get your $200 out. And then for the second position, maybe you're breaking even and then you're riding until you find a red star. Is that correct, guys? Now for Wolf FX, this is Wolf FX. Wolf FX. As you can see, Wolf FX is also 1 minute. It's pretty straightforward, nothing really serious on Wolf FX. Let's say you have a current trade idea. This is BTC USD. We don't have the okay. Let's backtest this one here over here. We have our time zone here now. This candle is 16:45 with FX. Let's look for it. 16:45. Okay, let me use my cross to 1545. This is the count of right here. Oh, I need to set my time zone here also. Oh, BTC USD. Guys, hold up. Okay, 1645. Hold up, guys. Okay, this is it. This is the candle. Okay, this is the candle. So now, this is Wolf FX. Let me take away the line now. I now have what I'm looking for. This is the candle, guys. This is the 1645 candle. This is candle that we indicated here. This candle, as soon as it pop out, 1646, as soon as it pop out, we are entering on the open of the next one. And this is the candle here, 1646. We entered at 1647, which is this, hold on, long, which is this, and stop loss below the whatever. We're doing 1 to 2, 1 to 2. Now, how do you use Wolf FX? You have to come check the Wolf FX gives you an entry point. Look at it. The entry is right here below here. The entry was here. Let's even um track the entry. The entry is around the 1224 candle. Let's go back. 1224. 1224. This is it, guys. This is the entry somewhere around here. Guys, I hope this is making sense to you. The entry is somewhere around here, and stop loss is somewhere around here. Now we never go a red star here. We never go a red star. Sorry, a green star here. But we go a green star here. We go a green star here. Yes, we can also enter this as soon as we get a um bullish candle. So once you get a bullish candle, you don't want to wait for too long until goes up. I mean, you're going to be open to too much risk. 1 to 2, 1 to 2, and then you're out. You are out. What you want to do is grow. You just want to grow. You're not trying to impress anybody. You just want to take your money and leave. If you are the type that don't like to do too much, just you don't even have to wait for the next position to get to heaven or wherever he wants to get to, or whatever. I mean, if you've seen enough profit, get your money and leave. Wait for the next setup. Now let's marry this one. This one that we have a star here, which is 1555. Let's marry with Wolf FX. Let's say Wolf FX 1555. Guys, if you don't know how to do this, just make sure to watch the recordings. 5055, somewhere around here. Cool. 1555 got to TP2. Okay, let me just indicate it so you don't get confused. It's okay if you don't know what I'm doing. very much okay if you don't know, but just make sure you ask me. Hold on, guys. Come on. As you can see, the next candle was here, entered here, stop loss somewhere around here, and 1 to 2. They're the same thing. 1 to 2. Let me delete this. 1 to 2. What we have here is still Wolf FX, signal. Wolf FX is saying okay, entry here, exit one, exit two, and exit three. And exit one, if you enter for exit one here, you'll be getting 1 to 1 for if you enter at entry here, you'll be getting 1 to 1 for your exit one. Wolf FX is pretty much very easy. As you can see, let's say you're risking $100 and your profit for exit one is going to be $100 because it's 1 to 1. You're risking $100 to get $100. But exit two will give you 3 times of what you're risking. As you can see, risk to reward 3, and you're getting your $300 on exit two, and exit three will give you, I think, 5. Yeah, did you see that, guys? Did you see that? And it never came back to stop loss. It never came back to stop loss. From entry, it went straight. So you just want to, be consistent with this. It's 1 minute. Remember, it takes 60 seconds, just 60 seconds, 60 seconds for each candle to form. Remember, you're just a bit late, and then this has, formed already. You'll be open to too much loss. I mean, your stop loss will be a little bit larger. So that's pretty much it, guys. Do you have any question about this? Wolf FX is just straightforward, especially if you are seeing the colors like this. If the colors are aligning, you know that, oh, it is going to um do a buy or sell for me. And let me show you the next time frames. I just want to make you see that sometimes the colors do align. Okay, but for now, all the colors are aligning. For now, all the colors are aligning. Okay, all the colors are aligning. All the colors are aligning now. Okay, sometimes you see like a dark blue, this kind of blue. You see it on probably 30, 1 hour, 4 hours, and then you see this kind of blue on 1, 5, and 15 minutes. As you can see, there's no entry right here on 5 minutes. So okay, there is an entry on 5 minutes, but you might not get any entry on 15 minutes. Oh, there is entry as well. Let's see 30 minutes. Let's see 30 minutes. Oh, same entry. Oh, it was same entry. As you can see, this has got it to exit 5. Wolf FX is just pretty straightforward. Entry here came down a little bit, never got to SL, and this is BTC USD. Remember, BTC has been pumping. BTC has just been pumping. On 1 hour, there is currently a trade exit two, exit two right now, and yeah, most of the times you don't get trade idea. Let's see ETH USD. Oh, there is a trade idea. There is a trade idea. Wow, beautiful. Did you see this, guys? It's just pretty straightforward. But you want to stay on 1 minute. You want to stay on 1 minute because we are trying to grow. We are trying to grow. That's the goal. That's the goal. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much it. And for the 1 minute on ETH USD, guys, you can test this out. Okay, let's marry it with, yes, this is a live trade. Let's go to Supernova and do something on ETH USD. Live example, ETH USD. Why? Because on Wolf FX here, it is still currently around the entry. Currently around the entry on 1 minute and already at exit 3 on 5 minutes. Let's see what we can get if hmm, I wish we could just get like a green star. It comes down a little bit, get a green star, and then yeah. Now let's even back test this. Let's back test this as well. Now look at this. Once you get something like this, it never broke to the downside. We got a green. Guys, this is just next level. Just try it and that's all. See for yourself. 1 to 2, and you are out. You don't want to do too much. 1 to 2, you're out. You're out 1 to 2. Even before this retracement, you're out already. Alright? You're out already. Before this retracement that comes back to entry points, you're out on 1 to 2. This is like 1 to 2.01. Yeah, you're out already. Let's do another one. Let's do another one for the last time. Mm. Guys, I need you to backtest this. You have to backtest this. And then see the feedback. I wouldn't have done this. I wouldn't have done this. Okay, let's say we want to do this because the next one was like a green candle, so you wouldn't know that the next one after this would be a red. Let's say you want to enter for a this, for a buy rather, and then immediately this closes, you entered and your stop is right below this candle, and you're doing a 1 to 2, 1 to 2. Where is 1 to 2? Here is 1 to 2, and you're out. I keep saying for the last time. Let's do for the last time, guys, and we'll call it a wrap. Yeah, guys, just go ahead and back test it. All right. So if you have any question, please kindly drop it. Let's see.